Love that low E. The main thing about Markbass is that it sounds like your bass. It sounds like a simple task, but it's not. There's a lot of reasons that it's happened that way. First and foremost is that Marco and the guys that develop and run the company are all very soulful guys and all great bass players in their own right. So they know what it should sound like, no matter what kind of bass they're playing. Modern bass players are a lot of different things. You have to be a bass guy, but you also need to have the amp able to handle your voice, whatever that is. If you're a solo player, or if you're a roots player like me, and then you occasionally come out and do a solo or something like that, you need to have an amp that's going to cover all situations. And that's one of the things I love about the Markbass. It handles all the transient thresholds, whether it's low or high or mid, whatever. It just deals with it. And it becomes that you have control over the situation rather than the amp having control over you. I like that a lot. Super reliable. I've never had one go down, and I've used them on a lot of tours. All the Supertramp stuff. In the Carl Verheyen trio that I worked in for years, we did extensive touring and never even had one go down. Everything always ran like a champ. An amp can sound good by itself when you're just playing. Just have it just, but then you get into the context of the group, and all of a sudden it disappears. It's not punchy, you don't hear it, it's transparent, whatever, however you want to describe it. And that's another thing that I really love about the amps, is that in the context of the band, it finds its place where it's needed, and can deliver the goods. For rehearsals, I take maybe a Club 12 and the F500, which sounds great with electric, but it's also one of my main upright rigs. The Mini Mark is always fantastic. I love that little thing. It sounds great. A lot of applications for that as well. My very favorite, however, is the 610 cabinet with the Momark, and that is just a stunning rig for me. I love it. Never ever played out of anything like that. Although I gotta say that the Supertramp rig with the two 410 cabinets is so good that I can't wait to get the sound check just so I can plug in and play, because I love the sound of it so much. I would just like to give a quick shout out to Ricardo. Thanks, man. Peter, my buddy, appreciate it. And to Marco, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'd like to say just one little thing if I could pull it off. Ciao, I miei fratelli italiani.